A 15-year-old once asked me a question that stops you in your tracks. What actually happens when we die? It's a question we've all pondered, whispered in quiet moments, or pushed away in the busyness of life. But what if the answer wasn't just a philosophical mystery, but a reality described in detail? A reality so profound that if we truly grasped it, it would change everything about how we live today. The Quran offers us a window into this unseen world, and its descriptions are both awe-inspiring and deeply sobering. Imagine this. The moment your soul leaves your body, your journey isn't over. It's just beginning. The Quran describes this departure not as an end, but as a transition. Angels descend, and their reception of the soul depends entirely on the life that was led. For the righteous, it's a gentle and honorable welcome, with angels saying, "Peace be upon you. Enter paradise for what you used to do." Can you imagine that feeling? The relief, the peace, the immediate confirmation that your efforts were not in vain. But for those who were unjust, the experience is described as terrifyingly harsh. Angels strike their faces and backs, saying, "Taste the punishment of the burning fire." This isn't a fairy tale. It's a stark reality presented to make us think, right now, about which group we want to be in. After this initial separation, the soul enters a state known as the Barzakh, an intermediary realm. It's like a waiting room between this world and the Day of Judgment. But this isn't a passive wait. The Quran hints that in the Barzakh, a person gets a preview of their final destination. The grave can be a garden from the gardens of paradise, or a pit from the pits of hell. Think about that. Your actions today, your prayers, your kindness, your integrity, they aren't just for some distant future. They are literally shaping your immediate experience after death. This makes every single moment, every choice, incredibly significant. It's not about earning points. It's about weaving the very fabric of your eternal existence, starting from the second you close your eyes in this world. Then comes the main event, Yawm al-Qiyamah, the Day of Resurrection. The Quran paints a powerful cinematic picture of this day. The trumpet is blown, the graves are opened, and every soul that has ever lived is brought back to life. People will be gathered, barefoot, unadorned, just as they were first created. The sun will be brought impossibly close. It's a day of ultimate exposure and ultimate justice. The Quran says, on that day, you will be exposed. Not a secret of you will be hidden. Every deed, big or small, good or bad, will be brought forth from a book that misses nothing. This is the day of reckoning. You stand before God, the ultimate judge, and your own limbs, your hands, your feet, your skin will testify against you about what you used to do. Imagine your own hands speaking about the charity they gave or the harm they caused. There's no lawyer, no spin, no hiding. Your life's record is laid bare. This isn't meant to paralyze us with fear, but to empower us with responsibility. It's a call to live a life of integrity, a life you wouldn't be ashamed for your own body to narrate. Finally, after the judgment, comes the final crossing over the Sirat, a bridge described as being sharper than a sword and thinner than a hair, suspended over hellfire. People will cross it at speeds corresponding to their deeds in life. Some will pass like lightning, some like the wind, some will crawl, and some will fall. This terrifying bridge leads to the ultimate destination, Jannah, paradise, or Jahannam, hellfire. The Quran's description of paradise is breathtaking. It's not just a place, but an experience of eternal bliss, peace, and fulfillment. Rivers of milk, honey, and pure water flow beneath lush gardens, You're reunited with loved ones. There is no more pain, no sadness, no aging, no envy, only pure joy, and the ultimate reward of being in the presence of God. This is the promise that fuels a believer's patience and perseverance through life's struggles. If we truly internalized these Quranic realities, the gentle angels, the garden in the grave, the day of reckoning, and the eternal bliss of paradise, how would it change us? We'd be more forgiving, more generous, more patient. We'd see every prayer not as a chore, but as an investment in our eternal comfort. We'd see every act of kindness not as a small gesture, but as something that will lighten our path on a dark bridge. The Quran gives us this roadmap not to scare us, but to guide us, to elevate our lives from a mere existence to a journey with a magnificent, purposeful destination. So, the question isn't just what happens after we die. The real question is, knowing what we know, what will we do before we die? Thanks for watching. If this reflection gave you something to think about, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that connects faith to our daily lives. See you in the next one. On that day, the Quran says every person will receive a record of their life, a book containing every action, every word, and every intention. Nothing will be missing. Some people will receive their book in their right hand, and when they see it, they will feel relief and happiness because their good deeds will be clear. But others will receive their book in their left hand, and the Quran says they will wish they had never been given their record at all. But something even more shocking will happen. People may try to deny their mistakes, but their own bodies will speak. The Quran says hands, feet, and even skin will testify about what a person did in life. Imagine that moment, when the truth cannot be hidden anymore. And yet, the Quran does not only describe fear, it also describes hope for those who believed in God and tried to live good lives. The ending is beautiful. The Quran describes angels welcoming them with peace, the gates of paradise opening, a place where there is no pain, no sickness, no sadness, and no death, a life that never ends. Allah tells us something incredible about paradise. No soul truly knows the joy that is waiting there. It is beyond anything the human mind can imagine. Every happiness people search for in this world is only a small shadow of what exists in the next life. This is why conversations like this exist on this channel, Life After Death Stories. Because sometimes people need to pause and think about the bigger picture. Life moves fast. School, work, money, problems, goals. But the Quran reminds us that this world is temporary, while the next life is forever. The most powerful message, repeated again and again in the Quran, is simple. The real success is not fame, money, or popularity. The real success is being saved from hell and entering paradise. Everything else we chase in life eventually disappears. And maybe that is why stories about the afterlife feel so powerful. They remind us that our actions matter. Every act of kindness, every moment of patience, every good intention, none of it is wasted. So the next time you think about the future, remember that the Quran teaches us that journey does not end with death. In many ways, that is where the real life begins. If this story made you stop and think, take a moment and share what you believe about life after death in the comments. I always read them, and your thoughts might inspire someone else to reflect as well. And if you want to hear more powerful reflections like this, make sure you like the video and follow Life After Death Stories so you never miss the next one. Because sometimes one reminder can change the way we live the rest of our lives.